the economy a little bit, because I think a big topic in the debate was people were concerned about where is the next president going to take our economy from in its current state. Where do you see it going now?
Well, that's a hard thing to answer. What I can say is, I mentioned previously that that political scientists had predicted that the Republican would win this race no matter who the nominee was, and that is because the economy is the most important issue for so many Americans. And so I think a big mistake that people make is that they look at the rhetoric or the speeches or the things that candidates campaign on, and they assume that that is what the voters were voting on. And it's really important to remember in this election, ignore the headlines that say racism is alive and well in America and America is divided. It's all about the economy for these working class voters.
And that's an interesting point you bring up, because I do think a lot of people have mentioned this rhetoric of racism and xenophobia, homophobia, but you don't think those are what tilt voters?
I think you have to separate the rhetoric in a campaign from the reasons why people vote. And we don't know exactly why people voted the way they did, but if you look at the demographics and the regions that voted for Trump and the rural areas that went for Trump that normally stay home in elections, and you look at the economic conditions in those counties, it's clear that for most Americans, this election was about the economy.
And speaking on that, you know, overnight, stocks started tanking, and I don't know if we can take a live look at how Wall Street is doing already this morning, but it's down big time.
Yeah, again, the investors, the thing that they want most is certainty. People, if you're investing in a company, you just want to have some sense of what the future is going to look like. The Dow today is just a reflection of the fact that investors, just like most media commentators, were surprised by the outcome and don't know what to make of it. I think that as long as Donald Trump comes in and he acts like the president that most of his voters think that he will be, the market will be just fine. It's not a reflection of concern about the economy, just the uncertainty at the moment.
All right, and I think it'll be an interesting 4 years for everyone. I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in where our economy is going to go. Job growth, huge topic of discussion all across the country. So something I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I think a lot of voters are excited to see what happens with the economy. Hopefully, Donald Trump keeps his promise to make America great again and bring some of those manufacturing jobs back to America. If he does, those voters in the Rust Belt will be very happy with their choice.
Wonderful.
All right. Thanks so much for stopping by this morning. We'll check in with you one last time before we